Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce our first contest, I think it's only right we introduce the man who put this show together from Haymaker Ring Star Promotions. He is the former Unified Cruiserweight World Champion. He is the former WBA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Haymaker, David Hay! So once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen in attendance here at ringside, and a very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live and exclusive on Dave. We're at Indigo at the O2 London. We're sponsored by Betfair, Park Plaza Hotels, and Indigo at the O2. This is 4 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Our timekeeper is Mr. Stephen Pucci, and at the sound of the bell, a referee in charge from Watford, A-star referee, Mr. Bob Williams. Introducing in the blue corner, wearing silver shorts, black trim, on the scales 12 stone, 11 pounds. Coming to the ring this evening in his 15th professional contest, from Zaragoza, Aragon, España, damas caballeros, please welcome Jonathan Castano. And in the red corner, wearing the black and red shorts with gold trim, on the scales at 12 stone 9 pounds. He is an MMA superstar. Tonight, he makes his professional debut in a boxing ring. From Hackney, London, he is the one and only MVP, Michael Venom Page.
Okay, gentlemen, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Touch gloves.
So Ismail Salas leaves the boxing ring, which means Michael Venom Page is just moments away from his first outing as a professional boxer.
Seconds out, round one.
So we're underway then. A light heavyweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds between boxers from the United Kingdom and Spain. The boxer wearing the red and black. Not quite sure how you describe that. Reminiscent of what twin Prince Nassim Hamed used to wear, as you see him. It's not shadow boxing, but shadow balling. Going to the crossover dribble between his legs before poking Castano with a right hand. That's Michael Venom Page, the man making his professional boxing debut, switching from the sport of kickboxing, which he's practiced since the age of 5. The man who is covering up on the ropes is Jonathan Castano from Spain. And a typically confident start. I say typically because this is the type of showmanship he exhibits in the realm of mixed martial arts, but a confident start from MVP.
Michael Venom Page has a high-level blend of elite striking skills that was fine-tuned in the art of full-contact kickboxing. He transitioned to MMA, became very successful with the type of footwork and hands-low approach that you are seeing here. The punches coming from odd angles. They are difficult to read, difficult to defend, and they have power that has proven devastating.
So approaching the midpoint of this opening round, a round in which Castano hasn't showed very much to this point. Wasn't too far away with that left hand before being made to miss rather badly. Page, nickname is Venom, hence the acronym MVP. How valuable will all of that combat experience prove to be here in the boxing ring? Plenty of feinting, but looking for that Hollywood lead right hand. He was some way short of the mark, Page. All the fighters fall into a clinch, forcing the intervention of Bob Williams.
Typically we see this from MVP. He will sort of audit and exploit. He will get a read on his opponent, see the way that they move, try to find their headspace, and then capitalize with punches. But it's been a good early survival mode, if you will, for Castano, but he's backing up in a straight line. MVP is trying to gauge that there in the way that he changes combinations.
His 11 defeats Castano as he got through the good right hand. Page wasn't too far away. but of his 11 defeats, 5 of them have come inside the distance. You can see from the stature of Page, physically really does bring to mind the late Bob Foster, light heavyweight kingpin who stood around 6 feet 3 inches tall. Devastating left hook. Was simply unbeatable against light heavyweights. But will he prove to have even an ounce of the prowess that Bob Foster possessed in the ropes arena? First round in the book, Michael Venom Page showing a few flashes of the punch picking he possesses. Let's see if we can listen in. Jimmy Tibbs on the outside of the ropes, Ismael Salas with the water on the inside in the cap.
Mike. I like you to keep flowing. You're doing very, very good, but behind your leading hand. When you work with your leading jab, I need you to mix it up. One jab, one down, change with your right. Okay, enjoy your game. I know you can do.
Let's take a look at some of the action there about the way that MVP kept on using intercepting shots. He could read that his opponent in Castano was coming forward very predictably, or moreover, at times freezing. There, that beautiful down punch, that right hand catching a lot of velocity,
10 seconds.
and then MVP disengages on his terms.
Seconds out, round 2.
MVP out with a hard right hand once again. And because of his prowess in the realm of mixed martial arts and the pending debut here in the professional boxing ring, when the best boxer of his generation, one of the best of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather, stepped back into the ring for his 50th contest as he gets through with a corkscrew right uppercut and then mimics a little bit of body popping. After landing a good right hand, MVP. And again, that's why the shots are so difficult to read. Reminiscent of Emmanuel Augustus, the drunken master who competed so effectively in the professional boxing ring during the 1990s.
We call this one the MVP shuffle. And that jab will come out, and he'll sort of try to blind you, and then in comes the power punch from the rear hand. So
beautiful
dangerous.
left jab from MVP. And there's that same shot in evidence once more. Beautiful, hard ramrod left. Just reddening the face now of Castano. And we saw him going for the Hollywood shots in the opening round, but working behind this left jab, he's looking altogether more effective than Michael Venom Page.
Castano has done well to try to parry some of those punches, but it's so difficult to do when he comes in so unpredictably, mixing things up and almost distracting you. This is MVP 101 though. He'll set traps, read you, and then fight with that IQ that is so difficult to counter.
Just mentioning before he got to work with that left jab, as he tries a hard right hand which goes over the top of Castano's head. But because of his prowess in MMA and the pro debut that was on the cards, he's used as a pundit by many news outlets in the build-up to Mayweather versus McGregor. That's a flashing right uppercut which causes Castano to hold on.
Very accurate work here from MVP. He knows when to turn on the power, and this comes from that points fighting style that he learned and really developed at Basin in full contact, the waist-up rules kickboxing.
Well, in anticipation of this debut, heard Page saying that he's been in the ring with a few prominent fighters and many fighters learning their trade as well in the gyms in and around London. I've spoken to many of the men who run said gyms, as referee Bob Williams going to have a bit of a word with Michael Venom Page for hitting behind the head. Remember, Joe Calzaghe employed that tactic during his masterclass against Jeff Lacey. And that was perhaps the only inconvenience Joe Calzaghe suffered that night up in Manchester, as Michael Venom Page trying to put combinations together and keep the pressure on Castano. But in speaking with those men and women in the gyms around London, all of them came away with the same appraisal of Page's skills, that he is very much for real, and they hope to see him progress in the realm of professional boxing. Second round in the books.
Deep breathe, Mikey. Okay, listen
And
up.
here was MVP
I like
again
you
with
to
that
keep
corkscrew
the same way
uppercut
you go
slash
back.
drunken
Remember
master
something,
routine.
you have to
Castano
be
forced to clinch there, actually. That was a really solid shot. And the kind of momentum that you can create from that rear hand, more distance, more inertia, more power. He is so difficult really to read and get a good gauge on where your defense needs to be. Castano employing more of a traditional boxing guard, but it hasn't proven as effective as I think he would like it to be against MVP.
Intenta salir medio paso atrás y meter cosas. Medio paso, la basculación atrás. ¿Eh?
Corners, 10
Vale,
seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
So into the third round then, and it's a fast start to begin this third stanza by Michael Page, the boxer in the black and red, rather untidy at close range. It's Castano clenching at close quarters, missing rather wildly with the attempted right uppercut and left hook, but again, once he uses that jab, I know he doesn't like to operate behind the verities of textbook conventional boxing, Michael Page, but when he uses the jab, oh, what a right hand, and down goes Castano. Referee Bob Williams tolling the count, and that one shook the Spaniard down to his boots. He's beaten the count, but it has been waved off. Jonathan Castano protesting, but Michael Page has scored a single shot, third round knockout over Jonathan Castano on this, his professional boxing debut. A debut where he showed flashes of the footwork that he possesses, the fluidity, a jolting left jab throughout the course of the second round. But then, in round number 3, he uncoiled a conventional right cross that sent Castano down to the canvas. It landed flush, and despite beating the count, referee Bob Williams, an experienced official, looked into the eyes of the man from Spain and called this one off.
That was a beautiful right hand, textbook closure of the distance, and landing bang on the bullseye. MVP floors Castano. And I was looking for him to start to use more than single punches as well as kind of those two-punch combinations, but it only took one. That was one and done.
So Castano still in conversation with anybody who will listen. Not happy about the stoppage. But Page, well, he showed his unconventional style, doing crossovers as though he was playing basketball, doing the drunken master like Emmanuel Augustus, staggering around the boxing ring. But when he used the left jab, he looked very effective indeed, and it was a conventional right cross, extended on an arm that seemed retractable, kept on going, and caught Castano right on the point of his chin and sent him down to the canvas and ultimately out of the fight. Well, while he's engaging with the fans, taking pictures and posting on social media ringside, let's head up to center ring and get the official announcement from MC Craig Stephen.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bob Williams will bring together both our boxers, and as he does so, please, your appreciation for both our boxers in the ring. The official time, 45 seconds of round number 3. Referee Bob Williams stops the contest. His opinion, Jonathan Castano in no position to continue. The winner, the professional boxing journey starts tonight for MVP Michael Venom Page.
So appreciative applause from the crowd in attendance here at the Indigo Theatre at the O2 Arena, because the man making his first appearance in the professional boxing ring receives a high five from the evening's promoter. MVP with a win.